talking back about the flip camera realization, we think that the iPhone's actually going to serve us very well, and you'll hear tomorrow that, or I mean in the next breakout, that there's now a remote mic function that they've figured out how to do that allows you to get better sound quality. That is really the killer, especially with, you know, there's even a breeze, but you know, to get that really crisp audio is what makes it. So I'd love to learn more about what you guys are doing in terms of, you know, iPhone-based reporting. Again, Twitter seems to be the thing that is most obvious, and wonder if maybe it's time to revisit how we actually produce our videos in the field. And then thinking about how you do it on site, do you in your newsrooms have a studio, green screen where you bring people in, newsmakers for you know, whether it's editorial boards or what have you? Is this something that you're moving in that direction more and more, or less? What's going on? I see a head nod there.
I'd love to. I've tried. Wished, prayed, begged. Basically everything you do, but we just haven't gotten that spot.
Is it for lack of real estate? Yeah. A lot of empty desks where whenever I go in our newsroom. So I'm hoping we can turn some of that space into a studio of sorts. We built a studio in Provo. I think our total cost was $500. We got plastic buckets and concrete with 4x4s to hold the lights. The lights were fluorescent, special bulbs, so we were able to do it for pretty cheap. But it's, you know, space, expertise, focus. Those are all the challenges. Any other studio-based coverage? You guys use it very often?
Well, we got lucky in the fact we managed to latch on the high school football show in a very football-rabid area, and there's no local TV competition.
Nice.
So we managed to get money and build a studio, and we switched to a digital press. All of a sudden, we had a pre-press room that was non-existent.
Yep.
So I was lucky and got some good equipment. High school football show, I think we produced 90-something shows so far. We had the press show. It's kind of like what you're talking about. I think we produced about 35 of those.
Yep.
We actually got an Emmy nomination last year for our high school.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Proud of that.
That's great. We have the paper in Lincoln, Nebraska, and if you know anything about Cornhusker fans, you know that they're a real pain in the neck. They want everything all the time, right? And so we have 3 video shows a week on game during football season, and we can't produce enough. I mean, it's just like this insatiable demand. So, and I would think covering the Titans or, you know, University of Tennessee here, for example, would probably have a similar following. And you have this our ad director doesn't really care about this so much, but you get these displaced fans. I mean, there are Cornhusker fans everywhere, you know, and they just keep coming. And so we'll do, I don't know, close to 1 million mobile page views a month, just because the Cornhusker Nation out there won't go away, and they want more and more. The video shows, you know, pregame, we can't get it real game coverage because of, you know, college sports, but pregame, postgame, you know, tailgating, been very powerful.
The tools that you're rolling out to newsrooms and trying to encourage some of the youth, which all have newspapers of all kinds of varying sizes. Which ones are, you know, getting traction and being embraced?
For the actual video device itself?
Yeah, just online tools in general that you've seen kind of newsrooms say, okay, you know, I can do this, and kind of adopting this. I mean, are they liking to use Cover It Live?
We're using Cover It Live in I think maybe 5 of our markets right now, and like everything else, being a corporate geek back in the main office, we don't innovate or develop anything new there. It's always coming from the field. And so, I started learning about the Sioux City coverage using Cover It Live. Okay, how's that work? And it's spreading organically. People are hearing peer-to-peer that, hey, this is pretty easy to use. We like it. The output is pretty clean. You can put video in it. So Cover It Live is kind of picking up a natural adoption without us having to say a word. So from the corporate perspective, that means it's a winner. So Cover It Live's adoption is going great. As far as, other multimodal, multimedia kinds of coverage capabilities, streaming live video is very sexy. People want to try it. It has a compelling message of, being real and now. But it's challenging to make sure people are doing it in ways that have merit. Covering the snow falling on the city library, not so much, but we have that if you want it. Back to the most popular videos, though, by the way, of course, sports coverage is a monster. We just, any college sports coverage we put up, whether it's in Madison or Tucson, keeps drawing repeat visits. But it's the raw clips. To my surprise, typically some of the most popular videos each week are raw, just ambient sound, camera on a tripod of, I don't know, one of the most popular is this wildfire moving up this hill. And I don't know how many people watch that more than once. I doubt more than once, but it's an odd experience. You would think that the produced pieces would resonate a little better, but real's real. So that's what we say. And then the other thing was we use Caspio. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Caspio. It's a database tool. It builds database applications on the fly. It's heavy duty, though. It's really robust. It's designed for taking in monster Excel spreadsheets and making interactive charts and graphics. We're starting to test. They have a mobile edition that would allow you to go out in the field and input data that you gather on the scene. And it's very hard to do, we found. But to pull in real-time data from a reporter and render that as a living data study, so to speak, so you can show, attendance numbers or whatever it might be, has some interest. I don't know how to use database-driven applications fed from the field yet in ways that really have a lot of meaning. If you guys can come up with some great ideas, let me know who they are. I'd be happy to take it back and we can experiment with that. So this video.
The other thing I'm interested in, and we didn't touch on, maybe somebody else has read this series. Both of them use Skype to do interviews too. Why can't we? It's looked at, it's a bit tougher to do than I thought. I mean, there really aren't a lot of good tools out there to take that video and use it. Have y'all tried doing that?
No, we use Skype for business reasons, but not. That'd be an interesting tool for covering events. Have anybody else tried Skype for journalism?
We use it in our student newscast at the University of Mississippi quite often for things on campus. Or recently, the President Obama's wife went to Jackson, Mississippi. We had 2 students from them coming there. Skyped it back. We put it on, take it live on our newscast.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. So yeah, why wouldn't we be using Skype? It's
TV? Is they, they are pulling it into the switcher. We don't have
mm-hmm.
What was the name of the database program?
Caspio.
Caspio.
It's pretty heavy duty, though. I mean, God, I have more complaints about it. It has too much power to it. It's too robust. Can you give me something real simple? And there are a lot of great, like AM charts and others, do a really great job of building flash charts with a simple data series that you import. It doesn't have to be, 80 columns and 70 rows. You can do 3x4 and have a very nice, even for basic data delivery. So, well, any other observations? Yeah.